Well, let's take a look at what is happening with the markets, and we start off with the local bourse at the JSE, which is trading in the green, extending the gains that we saw yesterday. This comes amid a handover of mostly positive Asian markets. We did have Chinese trade data out for August, with export growth surprising to the upside, but import growth there going below expectations. So with the all share up by 0.25%, that largely being driven by the financial 15 with an uptick of more than 1%. Industrial 25 climbing there by 0.1%, but backing that overall trend with a decline there is the resources 10 complex, down more than 1.5%. Let's take a look at what is happening with the markets in the US. And on that front, of course, we are waiting that CPI print that is coming out for tomorrow ahead of the Fed's meeting next week. We did have those markets rebounding yesterday, seeing that the Dow is struggling there today, declining by almost 0.33%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq holding up with a gain there of almost 0.5%, and the S&P 500 climbing more than 0.1%. Let's take a look at what is happening with the European markets, and on that front, that positive sentiment that we saw yesterday there are turning sour, with the FTSE 100 declining almost 0.7%, the CAC 40 declining by more than 0.25%, and the DAX with a loss just shy of 1%. Let's take a look at what is happening on the currency scene, and we start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. A little bit of weakness coming through to the local unit at 17 rand 92 against the US dollar, against the pound at 23 rand 41, and against the euro at 19 rand 76. Let's take a look at how the other currency pairs are doing, starting off with the euro dollar at 1.10, pound dollar at 1.30, and the yen just under 143 against the US dollar.